Stream is starting now. It is just me talking, no audio. Okay, I want to continue and actually hopefully finish at least the part of the application that I wanted to stream. I don't think there's much more to do here. I had noted down I wanted to mess with some images, so I prepared a couple dummy images here. This is like the background is just a few shapes and colors, and then a left and right arrow that we'll be using. Yeah, I think anything beyond that is going to be specifically like formatting and images and the actual information as opposed to this dummy text we've got in there right now. So yeah, let's close all these other tabs. We can focus up. Let's start with this one, the simple one here. Right now we're doing this, and we don't want to use indexes. I'm going to load them in a loop. That should not be too hard. So let's just start at it. We've got get pages here. It's a list of pages. So for each page P in P get pages, I want to create a page renderer. Using that page. Okay. Our booklet render needs to be created beforehand. I put that back up there. And it's just going to be as simple as doing one of these. Booklet renderer, get book panel, add page renderer, page panel. Okay, and then this one gets called after. And then these ones, booklet frame, these ones should no longer be necessary. It's Control-Shift-C to comment those out. So let's take a look if it is still running how it did before. That looks to be just fine. Great, so we've switched over. So now we don't need any of this anymore. Let's just kind of these lined up with each other. So first step is to create the big. Let's make this the a booklet frame. Let's rename this. What was that? Shift Alt R. Nope. Control Shift R. Nope. Control Alt R. Nope. What is the shortcut? Refactor. Rename. Alt Shift R. I'm sure I tried that, but okay. Let's just call this mainframe. Okay, maybe not mainframe. Let's call this main window. Okay. Don't confuse that with the booklet renderer and the booklet reader. All right, so this actually reads in the booklet from JSON, and then we've got our renderer here. I'm going to do this up before even creating any windows or anything because it's not related to that. And then we're going to get the pages, create a renderer for them, add them to the book panel, and then just have the first page to be displayed. First page being index 0, and then put that in the main window. Remove the layout and make it visible, and then adjust the size based on what we found last time about these insets. All right, great. So next up, I want to get backgrounds. Let's start with the buttons. Open up our page renderer. Within the page renderer, oh, not the page renderer, it's the booklet renderer. Within the booklet renderer, we've got two buttons here. Right now, they've got location size border. Let's see if we can do image, icon text, background color. Let's see what we've got here. I'll scroll background, color, border, bounds, component orientation, cursor, place selected, enabled, focusable, foreground color, icon. What is icon supposed to be? This icon is also used as the pressed and disabled icon. I don't know what an icon is. Need to look at that. Ignore repaint, input map, layout, locale, UI, button UI. I don't know what that is either. Okay, let's take a look at what icon is. Icon, a small fixed size picture, typically used to decorate components. Well, that sounds exactly what I want. So, make an icon. Icon, left arrow, icon equals, I don't know, new icon. How are we going to make it? Let's see. It is an interface, so we can't just make one. So let's see if we can find some implementations. Gonna drag this up here. So this is all within motif here. Let's check within swing here. Abstract action. This is an icon renderer. Image icon. Class image icon. Implementation of the icon interface that paints icons from images. Images that are created from a URL, file name, or byte array. That sounds fine to me. Let's try an image icon. Right, how do we make one of these? Create no perms component. Image icon. File name. Description. Okay. So, if I make the file name, again, I gotta kind of account for the fact that these files are in our resource folder. This is how we got it before, so let's try this. And here. Yeah, do this. Pull this in. Now before this, we're not getting booklet.json, we're getting left arrow.ping. File not found. Let's say left arrow file not found. Okay, and then I should be able to pass resource left arrow. Okay, how's that sound? Get all our imports. Set icon here. It's extra junk. And let's see what happens with that. Okay, well, something has certainly happened. The button seems to be working. The image is a lot bigger than what it was before. So let's change the location. Let's see. I wonder if we need to set the location and size after setting the icon. Well, does that change anything? No. All right. Seems like the size and stuff might get ignored here. So let's set the location to something a little more to the right. And a little more centered, just so we can see the full thing. What does it look like? Oh, that's not right. That's kind of like a texture on top of the button. And can't actually see the text on it anymore. Wonder if it's because this file's too large. Can't really edit it here. Okay. Icon, is there anything we could do? Description, set image observer. URL location for the image. Brief textual description. You don't actually need that description, so we can get rid of that. Okay. Or you could pass in an image object. Images have heights and widths. The icon not have any heights or widths or anything? It has a height and width. How do we modify them? Set image, get icon width and height. Let's try and look at an icon can't do it on its own. Let's try and look at the image. Over here. Scaled? Image scaling algorithm? This is an abstract class, so we really need something that's implementing this. Let's take a look in the project for something that's extending or implementing this. We have a simple rendered image. It's another abstract class. Let's see down here. We've already got image icon. Okay, it contains an image, right? That doesn't sound right. File chooser? No. Laugh? No. Basic? Nope. Who can help us here? Icon info? That doesn't sound right either. So not image, okay. Not really finding anything here that provides implementations to things like the get width, get height. Well, what I could try is to set the size here instead of to these constants. Try and use the icon sizes. Get width. And get height. Let's see how that looks. Okay, nice and big now. Still got the kind of the button thing going on the edge, which is okay. All right, so I think it's just part of the, the image. If I just make an image that's not so damn big, it'll be okay. And also, it doesn't have any text on it, and that's fine. We don't need the text. I can just put whatever I want it to look like on there. So I think this is, oh, what's happened here? No such child. Index out of bounds exception. Really, I thought we fixed for that. Why is that exception occurring again? Let's get rid of all this, and we don't need a border, and let's see, previous page. Where's it setting the text on these, actually? Hello? Where did it? Oh, here. You don't need that. That's odd. Why is it tripping out now? I want to go to the next page. Next exception. Take a look at where it's occurring. And a booklet render is 69 here. If component number is greater than or equal to 0, It should be. Let's actually just put this in debug mode. Okay, and yeah, we're here. So we're displaying page 0. Is greater, okay, component number is 2. So when we look at book panel components, take a look in here, if anything's changed. We got our first 2 buttons here, 0 and 1, and then we get our panels, which are 2 different pages. So 0, 1, 2, trying to get 2. Okay. Current page is not currently greater than or equal to 0. -1. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to make the page, any pages invisible. So then we just set current page to n, which should be 0. Yeah. Okay, so let's resume. And then get on here. Next. Gonna trigger this again. Let's just resume. Back here. One more time. See what's going on. So we should be passing n2 here, as in page 2. Component number is 4. Component number is greater than book panel get component count. I think I need it to be greater than or equal to. Because, yeah, this needs to be greater than or equal to. So when 4 comes in here and I've only got 4 components, we can't access component number 4 because that is index 5. 0, 1, 2, 3 is 4 total. And then 4 would be the 5th object at index 4. Gotta remember that this is an index. So, okay, that should resolve that. Let's just open it up, take a look again. So, previous, no errors. Next, no errors. We can go back and forth. No problem. Okay, looks like a little bug snuck in there at some point. All right, well, we've got an image for the buttons now. That's working. I think there's a, where is it? Wasn't there a, something like an activated, where is it? Action map, hide action. I thought there was an activated mode where you could change what it looks like based on whether it's pressed or not. Here, disabled icon. That's what we want. So if we change this, oh, but this is when it's disabled. That doesn't help us. Let's look at all the icon related ones. Get disabled icon, get pressed icon. There we go. Rollover icon. Let's try to set the pressed icon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to the right arrow. So it's going to switch left and right as we click it. Right, just going to make this right arrow ping. Right arrow. Right arrow icon. Resource 2. Resource 2. Kind of quickly fill this all in. Do all that. Get it going. What do we got? So now when I press this, boop, 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 boop. There we go. Cool. So if I wanted to have like a picture of a little book and a page turning as I click on it, I could do that. I just need to provide different images, and the same for like rollover. As I roll over it, I can make it look different. Right now, it just kind of highlights it blue. Cool. And all the functionality still works the same. Yep, nothing's breaking. Okay, perfect. So that is that functionality sorted. I want it done. All right, now the other one is to get the actual book panel. Have a background, and again, I don't think this will be too difficult either. We need an icon. No, it's going to be slightly different. Background border bounds, component. Let's see. I think there was a simple background for the frame, but maybe not for panels. Let me go back and look here. Main window, image, icon image, prepare icon, set icon. Image displayed as the icon for this window. I wonder if that is the same. Let's take a quick look, or if that's going to be like the icon up here in the top left corner. Just try it out. Just use the left arrow icon. Okay, and see. An error. The error is, again, we can't do this get class thing here. I think it matters which class we access. Set icon image has to be an image, not an actual icon. Okay, we can't do an image this time, so you need an actual. I mean, you can't do an icon. You have to have an image. All right, but I think icon left arrow. Do it like this. Do this. Place all this. I think it has an image in it. Yeah. Creates an image for us. So let's see if that works. Cannot invoke get resource string because the return value of get class loader is null. All right, fine. Where can I place this that I get a class loader? Thread context. Current thread class loader. I'm not super familiar with how to get the class loader and stuff from resources. That's how you end up with these kind of problems. What if I make a non-static method that says, no, but if it's not static, then you need an instance. What was it before? Supposed to just be get class. Can I make a static reference to non-static method get class? Oh, do I just do a main get class? No. Main.class get class? That change anything? No. Return value of get class loader is null. Oh, how annoying. It's totally unrelated to what I'm trying to work on. Let's do something like this. It's kind of jank, but it's going to have to do. Right, new class image loader. Public image load image. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to turn the one here. Image. There. How's that? Okay. And then I just do image loader. New image loader. Not load image. Okay. That'll just get us around that problem for now. Class loader is null. In image loader? Oh, I didn't get rid of the extra junk around there. Okay, there we go. And yes, it looks like it is the little icon up there in the top left. Is not I'm aiming for. So what else can we set related to the main window? icon image, set icon image. I don't think it's this. I think I need something for this panel. Create image, check image. What does it mean to create image? Create an off-screen drawable image to be used for double buffering. That does not sound like anything that I need. Icon? Nope. Background? Only takes colors. All right, let me open up a search window over here. Let's look at Java, swing, J panel, image, background. Okay. Simplest way. Wow, look at that. It's nice big bold text over here in box. Simplest way. Set image as JPanel background. Extend JPanel and override the paint component function to do so. Let's avoid paint component graphics G, super paint component G, draw image. There's really nothing just built in to the panels. J label and use it directly. But I don't know, could try. If this works as a label instead of as a panel. I could just hit insert. Okay. That icon. I don't know if this works as as a label on its own. J label. Everybody okay with that? Yes, but it doesn't look like it did anything. Book panel, set icon to left arrow icon. I don't think that did anything. Take a look at what else we got here. Add background image to JPanel. Image panel. Yeah, looks like they're making another image panel class. So that is the way to do it. And then paint component draws the image. Okay. We'll just nick this. I don't know why that isn't built in. As something easily available. It's okay. Panel, get images, image icon, mention, okay, and finally graphics. All right, so when we go back to the booklet renderer, let's undo these. Make a new image panel instead. And the image panel will take in a string. Maybe it can work that out on its own. Where it is left arrow.ping. Let's see if it can find it. Means we won't need this. Nope. This new image icon. Oh, here's where it actually takes in the image. New this using a new image icon with that path. Yeah, that's not the full URL. So we need to get the actual URL. Will come from this. I don't think we could do that here, but this dot get path. Oh, Doesn't look like it has a problem, but it's still not loading. Take a look inside of our debug here. Okay, so image. Let's see, prep properties source. Source. This is another path. Image file here. CSG target classes left arrow ping. I didn't think it was going into my target folder. Especially because I'm not building anything, so not a good idea, is it? Is that where it gets things for these things? Also loading over resource here. Yeah, target classes. Oh, okay. Loading from there. Even though I haven't actually built it into a jar or anything. Okay, that's fine then. It seems like it's getting the image, but it's not actually displaying it. So what's up with that? Image panel, new image icon, images background ping, get image, JFrame, get content pane, pack, frame.pack. I don't know what that means, but I'll check on that. Back in here, main window.pack. What does pack do? Cause window to be sized to fit the preferred size and layout of its subcomponents. Oh, okay. Neat. Curious what that looks like. Everything already had the size basically fit to it, so no problem. I'm not understanding why it isn't grabbing the image though. Draw image 00. No image observer, just using the internal image. Image was recreated here. Set preferred size, min size, max size, and actual size. No layout. Get width, height, the image. About here. What are the dimensions on this? Height and width -1, so it's not loading it correctly. Odd, because we were able to load it fine before. Arrow ping. And if the file's not found, that would just return null, right? What is the issue? Makes a URL location. Does it then handle just, let's see. URL location, this location equals location. Get image at location. And it goes into a interface, and then we lose sight of it. I'm surprised that it's harder to get a background on the panel than it is on the buttons. Let's see. I was hoping this would be nice, quick, and easy. But it never ends up that way, does it? Image icon, image. Image. Because I don't have any graphics. I don't know. Let's take a look at what else we have. Open a bunch of tabs and see what we can find. JFrame, new JFrame, Get content pane added, pack set visible, create an image panel. Yeah, this is exactly identical. New image panel using new image icon. Just background ping, get image. I mean, this is identical, really. We go all the way to the end here. Nice. This new image panel, and then instead of that, and we'll use this one. Now, as far as I tell, it just replaces that anyway. Should be identical. So the constructor can take a location instead, and yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing it. Wonder if it has to do with the pages. Like, are the pages actually on top? That's what's happening here. Do this. It's not loading there either. Oh, wait, there it is. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. That is exactly the problem. The problem is that the book panel is just in the back, and the page panel is layered on top of that. The page panel has an empty background, therefore we see an empty background. Okay, so if I want pages, and this is what I wanted actually, I didn't actually want it on the book panel. I want each page to have its own background. So yes, this is good. Okay, and I shouldn't have to use this wonky constructor here. Use this slightly less wonky constructor here. Page panel. Up, up, up. Okay, and over here we got a page. Okay, I don't know what this little rectangle is up there. Oh, we got an extra next button now, by the looks of it. Odd. So got extra stuff going on everywhere. Let's make sure the book panel is back to just being a regular panel. Panel. Okay. A panel. And for main as well. We didn't add anything here. We don't need this. Rid of that. Next. Previous. Next. Previous. We've lost our image. Page render, page panel, image panel. Why have we lost our image? Was that other constructor actually really necessary here? Is that what did it? Second page? No. Broken in a different way now. Okay. Is it that we need the booklet panel here to be invisible? If I set it visibility to false, I'm not gonna be able to see the child components, right? That's no good. I want to set it like translucent. Visible. Give it this image again. Now we could see it. We end up with an extra arrow there, and then we end up with this thing going on. This gets weird. Weird and broken. Where does the right arrow even come from here? Here? The only right arrow is that guy, so how is the right arrow getting rendered on top of that? Here, oh man, it's getting close. That is doing it now. Gonna have to deal with the fact that there's another component on top of it. Really, if the page is a child of booklet, though, the page should render on top. I don't know what's causing that. Like panel. What is it? What is it called? Layer? Hierarchy? Property, focus, bounds, check image, contains, create image. Yeah, again, that was that other thing. Disable, do layout, enable, find component, find property, bunch of getters. Hide? What does hide do? No idea. Okay. Grab focus, got focus, insets inside, invalidate. Font, lightweight, opaque. Oh, I could change it. An opaque component. That sounds relevant. How do I make it opaque? Get flag 15 is opaque. Okay. Set the flag then. Opaque. Set opaque. Sure. And then let me just do these again. Set this to a new panel. Save and see if that changes it. So now we have an opaque panel here. Again, we're not really getting the image. Using this, we get an image. Really busted image. The next button, that just like, I don't even know how it gets there. That's just bizarre. It's opaque. So the booklet is opaque. Page contains its image. Image is being drawn down here. Size is fine. Let's add this to the okay, so this is actually on the constructor. I just clicked. So any page being created should have the left arrow background. So why is it that on construction we don't see a left arrow here or here? And when we set this to be left arrow on the book panel, see a left arrow on the second page and a right arrow on the first one. Maybe it just needs to be an image panel. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make any. You can't change the image after it's created. Nested ones. Not many results contain nested. Okay. This we've already looked at. It's such a, this solution is just pasted everywhere. That it's hard to find anything more specific. Size, title, content pane. Add panel. Is that where I should be adding things to the content pane? Rather than just adding it directly? If that's causing me grief as well. Check. Anything look different? No. I'll put it there just since it seems like that's more correct. And then, yeah, again, it's just this same solution reposted. Already been on this website. This one's slightly different. So we get a pick panel. Contains a buffered image. Image IO read, file name. Width height. Get preferred size. Paint component. G image, where image is a buffered image. So this uses a buffered image instead of an image, but otherwise is the same. They also try to do it by label. Using a UI manager. GBC here is a grid bag constraints. Grid width. Don't know what that's about. Creates image. Frame set content pane. You can set the content pane. Be a new label. Using an icon. Okay. Do I want to do something like that? First of all, I want to undo this because I don't know what it does. So I, leave it how it was if it's working. But let's say main window dot set content pane to a container. Let's say booklet renderer dot get book panel dot get get component 0. No. I'm losing it. It's too early in the morning for this nonsense, man. Why is it so janky to set up images backgrounds? You got color backgrounds but no image backgrounds? It's just weird. Oh boy. Head's starting to spin. Eyes are starting to spin. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. The page panel uses an image panel, and all of them are loaded with the left arrow ping. But you can't see that like this. What if I make this an image panel that just passes in null? Or do we have to pass it anything? I just provide you an empty string. Does it crash or? Okay, well, we don't have a weird next button up there anymore, but yeah, it's still doing this. How did you do that? How do you get the right arrow? Am I loading images wrong from somewhere? Let me do it this way. Class loader get resource get path. How is that even possible? How do I get the right arrow? How is that right arrow being rendered on here? I'm gonna delete this right arrow. No, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the booklet renderer here and previous page button. Comment all these parts out. Okay, so there's no more right arrow icon even being loaded. Okay, so it's taken the left one again, but only after the first load. Like, what's up with that? Why isn't the image there as it starts? Then it gets drawn. Do I need to do a redraw on these, maybe? So let's say book panel after adding everything. You do a draw, paint. Yeah. What is our... Not here. Got image panel, paint component graphics G. Oh, I don't know who's calling this with the graphics. I don't know how to... I call it with my own graphics. Book panel. Get graphics? Yes. Okay. Does that help? No. Cannot invoke set color because component graphics is null. Okay, so I don't have a graphics. Okay. Paint component. Paint all. Yes. Paint components. Yes. Repaint. Okay, let's try repaint. Try them all, basically. Just seems like it's not painting at the start there. My problem. Panel. Paint. Paint. Components. I think this is just null. That seems okay. If you pass null, it doesn't freak out. Unless you do paint. Paint all. It just seems okay. What is that? What is it? What? Paint all. Paint immediately. Paint the specified region now. Rectangle 0 600 600. Doesn't do it. Doesn't repaint it until after we do the display. Take all this back to main. Let's say we've added it here. We do main window, paint all, and all these things. Not for this. Try that. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's do book panel, where book panel is coming from. This guy here. Oh, I'm losing it again. Why does this keep happening? So the image panel calls paint component. I'm calling paint components, but how do I see if I can put a breakpoint here and find at what points this actually gets called and with what? We don't need that anymore. We don't need to look in here anymore. Okay. So graphics is using Sun Graphics 2D. Okay. Who called this? Step out. Out, step out, step out. Step return, I guess, F7. This is called by J component, paint component, paint border. Paint method. Okay. CO is our graphics. Repaint manager. How do I get one of these? Can I just make one? Component graphics comes from get component graphics using graphics G. Protected. A component. Oh man. Doesn't look like it has graphics assigned to it, but then oh, this is not getting called anymore. Like it goes out once and then it's done. Or did I terminate it? Try that again. So yeah, happens once here. Okay, so we get 1. Okay. Then here, it's painted with our toolkit image now. Image file blank. Okay, so this is the main window being drawn. And then this is with sun graphics. This one is the left arrow, so this must be the other part there. Oop, need to press that. Zoom. Okay, so that's drawn now. And if I go back, we get sun graphics, drawing, an empty file. Then we go back and we get sun graphics, drawing, the left arrow. Okay. Again, I don't know what that next image button is doing up there. But why doesn't it draw that at the start? Do I need to call... Who is calling paint components? How do I force them to do it early? Main window. Paint components. How do I provide you with a graphics? So get graphics. Try that. Quick. Nope. Nothing. So to start with, it's drawing the left arrow. Zoom. It says it's drawing the left arrow, but there's nothing here. What does this do exactly? It takes X, Y, image observer, draws as much of the image as is currently available. Okay. Size layout. Nope, 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 nope. Should just be 0. Okay, why is the booklet not painting at the start? Maybe let me try this. I'm calling book panel paint. It's not being painted at the start. Source. Just this one. Zoom. It looks like the booklet render isn't being painted at the start. Panel here. Oops. Let's try book panel. Let me use the main window graphics instead. We're calling repaint on it. We're calling all these paints on it. It doesn't seem like it gives a damn. It's not drawing it. So it does that. Now, there's always a super giant solution of, and I'm going to try it here. Let's do this display page 1, display page 0. That doesn't work either. Odd. I put it out after here. No, okay, that's especially weird. Why is it not? Because that's all these buttons do is they call display page 0 and display page 1. Maybe there is another listener on these that also tells it it's really just calling display page and set visible on these. Let me try and call this a few times. 1 back to 0. 1 0. How bizarre. So trippy. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. Got two things I wanted to do today, which is get the buttons, have image loads, and we're loading all them in from a loop now. That was real easy to set up. But for some reason, getting the panel backgrounds is a chore. These panels. I want to look up a bunch of alternate solutions instead of just relying on the how's that? Instead of just relying on this image panel set up here. It seems okay, but I'm not fully understanding what it does. Paint component is getting called automatically by some other stuff somewhere. Even though this isn't overridden. I don't know if this is overridden, but it's not. I don't know how paint component is getting called if this isn't an override. So there's a few things like that that I need to look into. So yeah, I'll do some more research. This will probably be the last stream though, unless I do a little like kind of show off video, maybe showing if I get once I get this working, what it looks like, and just show what change I made. But other than that, I think this is all I wanted to do with it. I just need to fill it out with actual real images that are sized properly, and information that are related to it, and how I wanted to use it in the first place. Other than that, I hope you got something out of this, and seeing how an application is developed. This is how I do most of my work in my full-time position as well. So just trial and error, do research, keep trying things. It's a bit easier when you're not talking, to a stream. So, this takes a bit longer. Normally, I don't think I would spend as long trying to figure out how to put an image on a background. But even if I did, it's fine. It's all part of the process. And it's totally normal. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it or got something out of it. Thanks for watching. Bye.